You're watching another episode of Blank Canvas here. We have artist Jemal McClary, also known in the art world as C1. Not the letter C, not the number one, C1, as in how his Instagram name is. So make sure that you follow him and you check out his work, like it, and send him a message, DM him if what you see today or on his page you like. Love. Make sure you send plenty of thumbs up and hearts today. So Jemal, thank you so much for being here today.
Thank you for having me. This is awesome.
Yeah. So for our audience who's just tuning in, talk to us a little bit about what you have going on here, what you're starting to do.
Well, today I am working, this is going to be a reference sketch for a possible future painting, provided I like how this actually comes out. And yeah, that's about it. I'm keeping it sort of loose. I don't have too big of a plan with what I want to put down. I just have a few different elements that I'm thinking about.
Got it, okay. We have Livy Key saying hi from Ohio.
Hey, Livy.
And Destiny Nichols saying hello from Michigan.
Destiny, how are you? Welcome.
And we have people from all over the world, so this is pretty awesome. I definitely, guys, let us know where you're saying hello from, where you're watching from today. Are you on the couch, sitting in bed? What are you doing? Tell us. We're just happy that you're here watching Jemal basically freestyle something for us today. I don't even know where this is going, guys. Judy Cook says the state of Crane, Missouri. You ever been to Crane, Missouri?
I have not been to Missouri ever.
We have Marcella Cordon saying hello from the Philippines.
Hey, Marcella. What's going on? I want to go to the Philippines.
Yeah. We have Tony Hicks saying hello.
Hey, Tony. Welcome.
So, what exactly are you using? What do you like to use? Because I know you're drawing right now, but I see it's markers. Is there any particular markers that you like to use or draw with?
Yeah, I mean, my favorite. I mean, I've always been a marker guy since I started with art. It's a direct medium. It's very cut and dry, and there's just not a lot of complexity to markers, but they can do a lot of great work. So today I am using a combination of Copic markers, which you can find at almost any art store, and then these older markers that are just some of my favorites from Pantone Tria.
Got it.
And these is just stuff that I have in the arsenal. But definitely some great supplies. I'd recommend them to everyone.
Got it. We have Mary Wood saying hello from New York.
Hey, Mary. Welcome to New York. All the way from New York. That's great.
We have Alice Sims saying hi from Pell City, Alabama.
Hey, what's going on? Welcome.
Yeah, everyone, keep telling us where you're from. Jemal and I like to know. Also, let us know if we have any artists who are watching today and what form of art you like. Do you like to sketch, paint? Do you sculpt? Let us know. We want to figure this out with you guys so that we can see if Jemal has done any of those things as well.
Done a little bit of everything.
Is there any specific thing that you prefer more with drawing, or because you paint as well, correct?
I paint as well. I really just started painting on canvas, sort of out of necessity because I wanted to expand into fine arts.
Yeah.
Although I never have come from a traditional painting background. So I just really started painting because I wanted to be able to take something off the paper and put it into a gallery. But my favorite, to be honest, is not painting canvases, but painting walls.
That's different.
I'm a muralist outside of being an illustrator and a studio painter. And I find that's my favorite thing to do. I come from the graffiti and street art world, and that's sort of always held my interest, and that's my gateway sort of into the art world. And that's what I love to do. So when it's not cold and rainy in New York City, that's what you can find me doing.
Got it. I like that. Kathy Silence says, hi from Indiana.
Hey, Kathy.
Love to see artists using regular mediums to make art.
Awesome. It is the best.
Very cool.
It's always the best.
Yeo Jimmy says hi there.
Yeo. Nice name.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Very nice name. We have Reader Baird saying hi, watching from Glasgow, Scotland.
Wow. Welcome. Thank you. That's
We have people from Ohio, from Texas saying hello. We have Michelle and Bob Detchman. They're saying hello from Thomasville, Georgia. She said, my hubby and I are playing with acrylic paint, but have to look at a picture. I want to learn faces next.
That is a good thing. It's always good to sort of like exercise your mind and get away from looking at reference and just sort of let your imagination do its thing.
Yeah.
It's always a great thing, and it builds your strength as an artist, I believe.
We have a lot of people saying that they love using acrylic paint. We have Clinton Stanley says, I started oil painting last year and love it. I give my paintings to family and friends. Do you give your artwork to family and friends?
I do give my artwork to family and friends. I try to, I don't know, wait till it's like a special occasion or when they're not really expecting it. Or if I go over to someone's house and they have just this naked wall that needs some love.
Yeah.
Sometimes you just have to be like, hey.
You have to help them out.
You got to help them out a little bit. Give this painting a home and give your eyes something to look at.
So Linda Murphy wants to know, is this turning into a flamingo?
Not at all, but I see where I see where she's
I can kind of see it too.
I can kind of see that it's not gonna it's I mean, maybe now it could be a flamingo. It's not going to be a flamingo. Although it could be. We have Mary Stewart who says, my 16-year-old is an artist, but she prefers canvas. I love canvas as well. Canvas is great. Papers was my first love. Canvas, my third, I guess.
Yeah.
After painting walls and murals and whatnot.
And when did you start, or when did you realize that you were an artist, or you started drawing, or what age? Are you self-taught? Did you go to school?
I'm self-taught. I realized I was an artist very early on in my life. One of my earliest memories is of me drawing all over the walls in my apartment at the time when I was about 3 years old. And I just remember art always being a part of my life and always being something that I love to do.
Yeah.
And it's been with me since I was a child. So in a way, it's like I don't know what else to do. This is like what I do.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm blessed to have found my calling so early in life, I think.
I love that. Any of our audience out there, if you're artists, are you self-taught? Did you take classes? What's your favorite thing? Do you like to draw? Do you like to paint? Sketch? All of the above? Maybe there's something I'm missing.
Is there anyone else out there that paints walls?
Yeah,
Am I the only one?
Yeah, anyone out there who paints walls?
Muralists?
Yes, any muralists out there. Donna Farrington from Lewiston, Idaho says, I love your work.
Thank you, Donna.
And everyone out there who's watching, Jemal McClary is the artist, and his Instagram will be up on the screen throughout the show. So you guys can follow him on Instagram, and if you want to inquire about any of his work, like his photos, do so. Just to show some love, and make sure you continue to send plenty of hearts and thumbs up. I like that.
There's a lot of work to see.
Yeah. Oh, Elizabeth Book says, my parents let me paint my walls when I was younger. Self-taught, but Pappy drew it, helped me learn too.
Nice.
So.
Nice. A little bit of guidance goes a long way.
Yeah, I stand for God only says, I always like to paint. Never painted walls though.
You should try it.
Try it out.
It is a big challenge. Big challenge.
Michael Castillo says, self-taught and sketches, works on canvas, and now your murals on walls. It's pretty cool.
That's very cool. I like the progression.
Tracy Gordica says, I helped my dad paint the Coca-Cola offices in my city. Not really art, LOL. It's all art. If you can paint, draw, even if it's a stick figure, you've got an artist somewhere deep down inside.
And I mean, there's nothing wrong with an artist taking a commercial job and, you know, getting paid for their work. I mean, I'd paint for Coca-Cola. Why not?
Cindy Miller asks, are you using Copic markers? What are your favorite markers for a budding artist to use?
I am.
Copic markers are a little pricey, she says.
Yes, they are. I am using almost exclusively, Copic markers. And yeah, they are pricey. These are about $6, plus tax per marker. Thank you. And they are really, really pricey. If I was just starting out, and I mean, even now when I go shopping, it is still a challenge to be able to get these supplies, because you can easily spend, I don't know, $60 in one shot and have a small bag of markers to show for it.
Yeah.
So what I would recommend is, there's a lot of, like, I don't want to say off-brand companies, but just different sorts of companies that can make a similar marker. I know there's a company called Shin Han. I haven't tested their marker out, but I know that I have seen something similar that looks just like Copic or Copic. So I would maybe try that, although I can't really speak to how good the marker itself is, because I haven't used it. But for an artist starting out, I would try those, because you need to be able to keep your art affordable and within your budget.
I totally agree.
And still be able to go out and eat food when you want to. So you can't blow it all on art supplies, even though you might want to.
We have Shanika Rogers here, who says, my son is self-taught. He's only 13 years old.
Nice.
He loves it. He is running me crazy sending me to the store.
That sounds familiar. I used to do that with my mom all the time. And she would just sit in the car and just wait until I came out.
Yeah.
Because you'll just be in there for 2 hours or more.
Yeah.
It happens. It happens.
We have Mary Lou Montes, who saying hi from Southern California.
Hey, what's up?
She said she started with calligraphy, then transitioned into drawing, now painting.
Nice. Nice. All over the place, a little bit.
She said she
That's
loves
great,
it, and
though.
she has surprised herself. I like that.
That's the thing about art. Like, you don't know what you can do until you do it. And sometimes you just need a little bit of work, and hey, things can just sort of take off. Okay.
For anyone who missed it, what kind of markers are you using again?
These are Copics. I'm doing Copics, and I'm doing these old markers, Pantone Trias. They don't actually make these anymore, so if you do find these, scoop them up. They're really, really good. And I like these better than Copics.
Oh, cool. Don Matlis says, great picture.
Thank you.
Annette Kelly says, very nice, beautiful.
Thank you very much.
And Cookie Monster D. Garcia says, beautiful, perfect shaped hearts. I agree.
Thanks.
Yeah, mine would have been like just terrible.
I was practicing them yesterday, just to make sure. Just to make sure.
Constance Graham says, self-taught, I draw with pencil mostly, but love trying new things and watching others.
Nice.
Watching others to learn more. Oh, the possibilities.
Definitely. You can learn a lot just from watching other artists work.
Cindy Moji wants to know, where are you from?
I am from Queens, New York, currently residing in Brooklyn.
Michaela Russell says, I love the painting, but it's the drawing.
Thank you.
Right? But he does paint, everyone. So you said you draw, you paint.
Yep.
Is there anything I'm missing?
Let's see. I draw, I paint. I have a background in graphic design and fashion design. So I've done that stuff too. I've designed logos. I've even worked on video games and mobile games. I think that might be it. Oh, last year I started a pin company, so there's that.
Cool.
Making like little, small, like lapel pins. Just different ways to sort of like use your art.
I agree.
And different vehicles are always fun.
Tamara Powell says, my daughter does digital illustrations and hand-drawn pencil drawings as well.
Very cool. Very cool. I'm a big fan of digital art. I spent years, I guess, primarily from learning graphic design and getting into sort of like digital art, concept art, and that sort of stuff. If I was to go back to the 9-to-5 working world, I would totally try to do that.
Nicole Tavano says, I'm intrigued to see the final results. So beautiful.
Me too. This is a freestyle, so I have a super, super loose guideline for myself. However, I am sort of just open to letting the artwork do its thing.
Yeah. So for everyone who's just tuning in to Blank Canvas, we have artist Jemal McClary here, also known in the art world as C1. And he's just freestyling right now. He's still trying to figure out where it's going. And Yeah, I'm still trying to see where it's going too. So far, what I see is really beautiful, and others agree. But yeah, we're gonna see what this turns into, guys.
Excellent.
So we appreciate you guys tuning in and watching. Let us know if we have any artists out there. And what do you like to do? Do you like to sketch? Do you like to paint? Tell us in the comments. And if you have any questions for Jemal, let us know. Michael Todd Anthony asks, is that sketchpad paper?
This is illustration paper, so it's just regular paper, I believe. Let's see. Canson illustration paper, so sort of heavyweight, 150 pounds, but good for markers, good for if you use gouache or watercolors, it can handle that. But it's specifically made for like a dry media, so something like markers is what this is perfect for.
Okay. Rose Reinhardt asks, can he show us some pictures that he's done already, also wall murals? Are there any on your Instagram of wall murals?
There's tons of photos on my Instagram, and you can see some of my paintings, which don't look like what I'm doing right now. But yeah, there's brand new paintings up there. There's tons of new work. I'm always posting something or doing something. But yeah, there's a lot to see.
We have Joshua Rinn, who says, did he design his own tattoos?
Yes, I did actually. Yes, I did.
Very cool.
I wanted to let the tattoo artist do the tattoo, but at the same time, as an artist, you're like, well, I have to live with this for the rest of my life. Might be helpful if I sort of weigh in on what I want to have on my body. So I designed them, and then I let the tattoo artist sort of, do their thing.
Yeah. We have a lot of people on here saying just tuned in and can't stop watching.
Good.
So that's a good thing. A lot of people saying they love the drawing.
Excellent.
Deborah Klein says, what does your arm tattoo say? And also, do you call tattoos art?
Yes, tattoos are definitely art. It's art because human skin can be a canvas, and you do have an artist creating something on you. So to me, it's art. And my tattoos specifically say, in my lifetime, art is my lifeline. So I got these tattoos because, I don't know, I think that, people need something to sort of tether them to the world. Like, what do you want to do? What are you passionate about? And I realized early on in my life that art was my calling. That's the thing that I wanted to do. That was my voice. And so it made sense that it sort of was my lifeline. It was how I communicated with everyone. And it inspired me so much that I had to get it tattooed on my body.
Awesome. We have Celia Evans that says, saving this great video to show my 3.5-year-old granddaughter. Love to share with her creative people and activities in our amazing world. Thank you.
Excellent. Thank you so much.
Yes. We have Lisa Albanese who says, my sons and dad all freestyle, teaching themselves. And her dad is a tattoo artist.
Very cool. Very cool. I should have done tattoos, but I don't know. I guess I love the paper. And, I can't really do markers like this on people. We don't work like
that. Debbie Carson says, hold on, I just left. I can't stop watching. I'm so intrigued, waiting to see it done. Basically, she's saying you're unbelievable.
Thank you so much.
And Ellie Laura asks, what are some tips you can give to her for an aspiring graphic design artist? She says she's very creative and visual.
Okay. Well, if you are a budding graphic designer, I'd say first, do you have a portfolio, and is it up to date? And then, if you don't have a portfolio, I'd say to get on that. And a lot of times with graphic designers is you may want to work on a project, but maybe you don't have a project specifically to do. So it helps when trying to do maybe like mock projects for yourself, for your friends, or literally just make up a project. That will fill that creative need, and that can be a great way just to sort of show an employer like where you're at design-wise.
Yeah.
What you can do when you don't have a client who's asking you for something specific, but when you just come up with a concept, that can be very powerful. So graphic design is all about communication. So the more you can communicate your idea in a clean and concise way, the better your design at the end of the day will look and will communicate to other people.
We have Rose Middleton that says, I love the fact that you are just rolling with the flow. My favorite type of art.
Nice. Nice.
And Lauren Pearson says, who are/have been your biggest art inspirations?
Wow. Okay, that's a big question. I guess my artistic inspirations are a bit all over the place. So I come from the graffiti and street art world, but I also love illustration. I also love comics. I also love animation. And I also just love contemporary art. So if I had to get specific, let's see, let's start off with graffiti and street art. I'd say Scene, who is a old school graffiti writer from New York. He has helped pioneer the just graffiti in general and turn it into an art form. If I had to choose someone from comics, I would say Jim Lee and Joe Madureira are two of my favorite comic book artists because they have insane style and their techniques are really, really great. And if I had to go and choose someone from animation, I don't know, has anyone seen like My Neighbor Totoro? Miyazaki is a really, really great director, and Studio Ghibli that he runs produces some great content for people.
Awesome.
So.
We have a lot of people asking, do you ever draw tattoos for other people? We know you don't personally tattoo, but has anyone ever had you?
I have designed. I have designed tattoos. So yeah, people have come to me and said, hey, you know, I like what you can do. You're my guy. And, you know, I need your skills. So yeah, I've designed a few tattoos for people. I haven't done one in a while. But yeah, that is something that I do. You got to use your illustration skills, you know, to your best sometimes.
We have Fabian Sutherland saying, not only is your art comforting, but your persona is also a wonderful communicator. This from a 73-year-old guy in the Great White North, sticking out in the North Atlantic. Thank you, Fabian.
Thanks, Fabian.
Awesome. You are a really good communicator. I love it.
I do what I can. You know, us Libras, you know, that's what we do. We're great communicators.
We have Joe Khaled who says, you need to find a tattooist you personally like and sell him your art to ink people.
That's a good idea.
That's a good idea.
I actually have some friends that do tattoos, so maybe I could hit them up and see if that's a possibility.
Yeah.
I never thought about that. Thank you.
Shauna Minton says, this guy is truly amazing. Love this guy. I really cannot stop watching him. He should do a TV show showing and teaching people how to do what he does and share his beautiful art, and could sell it and make money. Amazing. I would watch it.
We were literally just talking about that
right before we went live.
It's crazy. That's crazy.
I really like that idea. We were talking about that right before we went live, guys. The crew and I were talking to Jemal and saying he should have an art show. So you never know. That could be in the works for him.
That could be cool.
Mary Bidwell asked, have you ever worked with pastels?
I have worked with pastels. I don't like them only because they are so messy. So messy. And I cannot stop having pastels on my pants, on my hands, on everything.
Yeah.
And even though I'm an artist, maybe I'm a bit of a weird artist because I don't actually want my hands to be dirty with paint. Even when I'm in the studio, I have gloves on because I don't want to have dried paint on me and on my phone and on everything I touch. So pastels have always been great, but I have shied away from them just a little bit because of that.
We have, and this is pretty great. We were talking before the show started, before Blank Canvas went live, about Jemal having an art show, and we were talking about Bob Ross specifically,
yes.
And Layla Rivera and Rochelle. They both have said he could be the new Bob Ross.
That is a huge compliment. That's a huge compliment.
That's a great compliment.
Wow. No pressure.
Yeah.
No pressure.
A lot of people actually are asking your name and when is your birthday?
October 19th, 1980.
Your age, not your name.
Oh, sorry.
Sorry. Your age and
I am 36.
And your birthday, you said, was October?
October 19th. That's me.
I got tongue-tied here. Sorry. Lots of comments coming through, which is great.
Excellent.
Julie King asked, what is your vision for this piece?
So this is going to be, I don't want to give away the total vision just yet, but this is going to be a sketch for a future painting. So if you guys go on Instagram and see the paintings that are up there, just know that this is just the rough idea for something new. And right now I just have like a loose idea for sort of where I want it to go. But even when I apply it to canvas, I may change some things or move some elements around or change some colors. But right now it's just sort of about finding the flow and finding like where do the colors want to go,
Crystal Golden says looks like a unicorn.
I don't see that, but I like that. I
like the unicorn. We have Pamela Wingfield who says, so love this, it's awesome, from Melbourne, Florida, and then writes Bob Ross ? So basically it says you're much cooler.
Thank you. I mean Bob Ross was a cool guy.
Yeah.
That was a cool guy right there. So I really appreciate that. Bob, shout out to you, man.
Layla Rivera wanted to know, what age did you know that you wanted to do this?
I knew from the time I was 3. Not that I knew that I wanted to do this specifically forever, but I knew that I had a strong interest in it and that there was nothing that was going to be, nothing that could sort of like come close, if you will. And so I just made the decision to sort of, get into this as a career. It's very hard to do, but it's possible.
We have Shirley Smith saying that she's enjoying watching from Devon in the UK.
Awesome, thank you,
From
welcome.
the UK. We have Texas here, we have North Carolina here. People are saying wow. Pamela Wingfield says, please send it to St. Jude's Children's Research Hospital. You should send some of your drawings there to make the kids happy.
Oh, that's a good idea.
That's a wonderful idea.
Yeah.
Thank you, Pamela.
I never actually thought about donating a painting to a kids' hospital before. I never really knew how that sort of happened.
Just call them up and say, hey, I'm sending some paintings.
Yeah.
For the kids to be happy.
Yeah. I think kids would dig this.
And we have Emma Kent who's saying, I can't wait to see the finished product. Me neither.
It'll be soon.
And Mama and Papa Rogers say, hello, it's beautiful.
Hi, thank you very much.
This is great.
All right, now.
Oh, Chris Thelen says, I see a female face with heart glasses and rainbow hair. I can see that actually. The hearts kind of look like eyes a little bit.
That's totally where I was going. That's totally where I was going.
Is that really?
Yeah. He's kind of blowing up the spot right now.
Oh my God. Okay, Chris. Thank you, because we really weren't sure. Seeing that Jemal here has been freestyling since he started, so I like that. I'm glad someone caught it. But people have really good ideas about where this is going.
I like the unicorn. Chris is kind of on point with just wow. I hope to have camouflaged it better than that, but okay, he saw right through.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Rosa Cole says, my son is almost 14 years old and loves it.
Nice.
And Michelle Bishop says, love, this reminds me of a Pink Floyd album cover.
Whoa, wow. I have to look at their album covers. I've seen some, but I haven't seen all of them. But
I've seen some as well, and I can see where they're going with that too, Michelle.
It's very artsy.
I kind of see it too. Shanaman says, my son just said he couldn't believe that he drew that. He is only 6 years. He is so amazed along with my husband.
Wow, thank you very much.
People love this. Janelle Lopez says, that's a Pink Floyd album.
If someone contacts Pink Floyd, get them on the phone. I am open to all possibilities.
Mama and Papa Roger says, thank you very much, basically to you and I, for answering the questions, asking and answering. You're very welcome, Mama and Papa Rogers.
Definitely.
Any questions you guys have, I'm trying to catch them as fast as I can. So do we have any artists out there? And if we do, who is your inspiration? Besides Jemal here.
Let me know.
Marie says, love the colors.
Thank you, Marie.
Carolyn Weber says, just wondering, if you find a picture that's not turning out, are you able to turn it into a different concept?
Sometimes. It depends on how far you've gone in the photo or in the drawing. And it depends, I think, on what you're using. If you're doing something like what I'm doing here with markers aren't really that forgiving. when it comes to sort of putting another color over another one because they are transparent. So you have to be able to either layer your colors well, and by well I mean well enough for you to still be able to go over like say these lighter shades with a darker color and still be able to see the darker color as opposed to the lighter color.
So Chris, who guessed it, is a female.
Nice.
And basically said that she has, she saw the glasses at the beginning, and it helps because she's a female with magenta and pink hair.
Ah.
That's
very
how she
cool.
figured it out.
Very cool.
So it's almost like you could possibly be drawing Chris.
I could be.
Yes.
That's interesting.
So for anyone who's just joining in, this is Jemal McClary, and he's also known in the art world as C1. And you can find him on Instagram and follow him, DM him, ask him about his work, and if there's anything you want to commission him for, he's open to it.
Hit me up. Let me know.
Pamela Wingfield says, this live cast is so cool. Thanks for sharing. Thank you, Pamela. We appreciate you tuning in.
Definitely.
Teresa Younghand says, do you feel you can make mistakes in art?
All the time. All the time. In a lot of the paintings that you guys will see on my Instagram or on my website, I don't think that there's a painting that I've ever done where I haven't made a mistake yet. Like, you're a human, you're not a machine, you probably will make a mistake, it's probably okay. So you have to sort of be okay with that, and I mean a lot of mistakes, especially in art, can become happy accidents. They can become things that, you know, you didn't mean to do, but it looks great, so stay with it.
We have Rosa Koval who says, where did you go to school to learn this? My son loves to draw and loves animation. I see both colliding somehow / somewhere.
Well, I am actually self-taught, so I didn't go to school anywhere, although I tried. And I am inspired by animation, and I watch a lot of animation, and I have ever since I was, I guess, 13. And so it's always been something that I've enjoyed and something that I've liked. But yeah, I'm self-taught. I haven't gone to school for any of this stuff. This is just what I do.
That's awesome. Rochelle says, it's therapeutic watching you.
Thank you.
A lot of the artists that come on, they all say it's very calming.
Really?
Yeah, they say that they're in a zone and it's very calming for them. Do you feel it's calming for you when you're drawing?
Yeah, you're sort of focused. I mean, you're not tuning the world out, but you're sort of just alone with your own thoughts and like with your own creativity, and you can just sort of, I don't know, explore and think about what you're doing. And it can just be a personal thing between you and what you're creating at the time. So
we have a lot of people saying it looks amazing. Rose Knowlton says, thank you, Jemal. Best wishes, lead on.
Thank you.
Cynthia Adams says, draw it light until you get it right.
Draw it light until you get it right. I like that. I like that.
Alexandria Eicher says, is there anything that you can't draw? Would you be willing to sell a piece? If so, how much?
I do sell paintings. Is there anything that I can't draw? You know what? I don't know the answer to that, but I am going to go ahead and say no. I can do anything. Oh,
I love it. I love the confidence. That's awesome. There was someone in the comments who asked earlier, and I just didn't catch it. They wanted to know, have you ever drawn a Smurf?
A Smurf?
Yeah. Can you draw the Smurfs? Or?
I probably can. Maybe not from memory. I haven't seen them in a while. But yeah, I can draw. I got Smurfs. No problem. Smurfs all day.
Got it. Joan Battle says, so creative, beautiful work.
Thank you.
And Dawn Wells says, looks like it will be called In the World, Love Has Many Colors.
I like that.
I like that.
It's currently untitled, so that actually could work.
Got it. That's a good title, yes.
Yeah, I don't title my freestyles so much. I'll title the final paintings, but everything that I do in between, it's just sort of, it's loose. So I don't know if I'm going to keep it until it's done. And then as I paint it, then I'll name it.
Yeah.
But I like that.
Rosa Maria Caval says, handsome, a very talented artist.
Thank you.
Very gifted, I'm sorry, very gifted. And we have a really good thing here. It says, Chrissy Ruenzi says, love it. I do drawings on wood and then cut them out, sand them, and then hand paint them.
That's cool.
Says, I was attacked by a mental patient, needed an outlet for PTSD. I'm very hard on myself. Any advice? Well, we're sorry to hear that, Chrissy, but glad that you know, you're working through things and you're using art as a way to do that.
Yeah, art can be therapeutic in a lot of ways.
So any advice for someone who's hard on themselves as an artist?
That's hard to answer because I'm hard on myself as an artist. And I kind of think that you have to be, because if you want to do this professionally, then there's a lot of competition in any field, but especially in the art field.
Yeah.
So I am hard on myself, but I've learned to sort of like, you can't be hard on yourself all the time. You have to allow yourself to grow, and you have to allow yourself the opportunity to sort of like experience the growth. If you're hard on yourself after each piece, and after each piece you're like, well, you know, this could have been better, then you're never actually appreciating what you can do right now. So in order for you to get to a place of appreciation, you need to actually appreciate the skills that you have, but just be aware that you'd like to work on them and let them get better, and let yourself get better at the same time. So don't be super hard on yourself, but be a hard worker and have good work ethic.
Yeah.
And I think that will get you a little bit further than just being hard on yourself in general.
That's good advice. We have Mama and Papa Rogers. They said, well, you guys, I'm out and going to bed. Thank you very much for letting me see your beautiful work, and God bless you and your family. And thanks to The Voice. Thank you.
Thank you for tuning in.
You know, I'm no artist, but I try with my skills as The Voice and getting you guys comments and questions out there.
The Voice.
Yes, The Voice. It's so mysterious, right?
I like that.
A lot of people are asking about animals. Do you know how to draw horses or dogs?
Yep, I know how to draw horses, dogs. I don't like to draw dogs because I find animal anatomy is a bit of a challenge, but I don't shy away from a challenge. I can still do it. It just takes me a little bit longer than something I'm used to sort of painting or drawing. But I don't do it a lot, so I have to practice that.
We have Suzanne Barker saying, watching from Brooklyn, New York.
Nice, nice.
BK in the house.
All right, all day.
That's where you are now, correct?
That's
You're
where I am.
from Queens, but live in Brooklyn.
Yep, I'm out in Bed-Stuy.
Cynthia Adams said, make a YouTube channel.
I want to. I don't have time because I don't have the team. We were actually talking about that as well. I don't have a team to shoot videos, and I do not have the time to learn how to edit videos. So I'm sort of in between a rock and a hard place, even though video is something I would like to do more often. It's just, I've tried it over the years. I've tried to do Periscope and, you know, a lot, like something like a YouTube channel. I don't know. I'm missing the team, and I got to get a team. That's the only way I think I can actually do it.
Well, I think everyone would agree. Get on that. We have a lot of people saying. Joe Callett says, The Voice. You should be reporting news or doing something to get paid for your voice.
Nice.
For everyone out there, my name is Erica. I'm the producer of Blank Canvas. I just happened to get right into the show and announce the artist, because I know you guys are excited. But yeah, thank you very much for everyone who's saying I'm doing a good job. I appreciate it.
You're killing it.
Thank you. But yeah, people here still saying very talented. We have people watching from Toronto, Canada, from Florida,
Nice.
Detroit.
Nice.
Christy Sunberg says, impressed, you can talk and draw at the same time.
Yeah, it's taken a while, but because I've done, I've done live painting competitions where I have to paint a wall in front of people. You have to do interviews, you have to do a lot of, sort of like public speaking. You're gonna be on camera at various times in your art career. It helps for you to not be such a quiet and reserved artist at all times. And you have to be able to speak and talk to folks. So definitely helps.
Brenda Harsh asks, is she sad?
I don't think so. Not yet. Not yet. I don't think she's gonna be. Although I wish I could fix her lips to smile a bit more, but like I was saying earlier, on paper, sometimes you can't go back over things.
Yeah.
So if this was a painting, I could sort of push her lips a bit up here on the edges, but because I'm working with markers, that is not in the cards.
Got it. We have a lot of people still tuning in there saying hi from Corpus Christi, Texas.
Nice. Hey, what's up?
We have Fort Collins, Colorado, and that's Julianne Olinger. She says, simply amazing.
Thank you.
Cynthia Adams says, are you proud of your work?
I am proud of my work. I'm not proud of every piece that I do, but I am proud of my work as a body of work, as a collection of work. And I think that, you know, I always just want to get better, and I always want my next painting to be better than my last.
Yeah. Dusty Hostetter says, watching from Louisiana, very amazing artist. Thank you for sharing your gift with us.
Thank you so much.
We have people from South Carolina saying hello, more people from Missouri. Rebecca LeBlanc saying, love this. And we have Joe Cal saying, doesn't look sad to me, looks like she sees something that grabbed her attention.
That could be true. Yeah, I don't think she's sad. I think she's maybe contemplating or
something.
She's in mid-thought, perhaps. It could be almost anything right now.
Peggy Dixon says, just spellbound.
That's great.
A lot of people are still saying, love the bright colors. Stephanie Marie says, is it a girl looking over her shoulder?
Yes.
Ah.
Yes.
We have people who are getting it right. Regina Durazo says, I'm from Mexico, and here we need some talented artists like you. Can you be my teacher?
Well, sure. I mean, I'm nowhere near Mexico, but I can try.
Tony Hicks says, Lady Gaga?
No. I don't actually know what she looks like as a regular person. I've seen her on stage, but I have no idea what she actually looks like.
Got it.
I try not to draw too many celebrities, because if you get it wrong, everyone knows, and they only really recognize if you get it right. So I try to steer clear of the celebrity artwork.
Well,
sometimes.
For everyone watching, once again, this is Jemal McClary. He's also known in the art world as C1. You can follow him on his Instagram page, DM him, ask him about his work, like his work. If there's something you want him to commission, he said he's down for it. Unfortunately, we are out of time, but if you want to see this finished piece, he will finish it and he will post it on his Instagram page. Like I said, follow him, and thank you everyone out there for watching Blank Canvas today. I hope you have the best Sunday ever. And Jemal, thank you so much for being here and showing everyone your wonderful talent.
No problem.
You're amazing.
Thank you for having me.
All right. Until next weekend, guys.